evaluate his life if he thinks that being employee of the month.
Yeah. No. No.
Maybe that's what we need to do. Just can we like completely take that away and be like really mean and just get a plaque of Ian's face and be like employee of the month
yes,
to every single month, just so he knows that he will never win the lottery.
So who was the last? I was the last.
Yeah,
one.
so back to me again.
Right. Okay, so we're gonna say hi, welcome back everyone. Episode number 2. So maybe Ellie, you say.
Yeah. Are you recording?
Yes, it's recording. Yeah.
Hi.
Oh, hi.
Hello.
Yeah, we're not editing, so there we go.
Welcome back, episode 2. We're gonna carry on with the question game because that was a lot of fun. So round 2.
Dun, dun,
Amy's
dun.
gonna start us off.
Bink. Be a good one. Would you rather live permanently in a roller coaster park or a zoo? I love
Talking
animals.
about roller coasters
I
somehow.
love animals so much. But I feel like a zoo would just be really smelly all the time and so loud.
Is it your zoo?
I don't know. Is it literally just me, the sole responsible person of this zoo?
That would be amazing, isn't
That
it?
would be fun.
Yeah.
But then think about all the poop that you have to scoop and all the animals that you have to feed. And there'll be spiders, and I'm scared of spiders. You have to feed the tarantulas. Be like, no, starve. But then again, if you lived in a roller coaster park, would it just be you? Would anyone be there operating the roller coasters?
It'd be amazing to hire out for parties, though, right?
Yeah.
And like have all your friends there and just have roller coaster parties.
I remember there was one roller coaster park that they do their famous horror nights, and one of the things they did one year was you could literally rent the park out after hours, and you would stay in the hotel. They would break into your room. They would put a sack on your head. Then steal you. They'll chuck you into the back of the van and drive you into the middle of the park, and then the park would be yours.
That's cool.
And it would be all the horror actors would be there.
And the person wouldn't know that this was part of the whole plan.
Oh no, like you'd know.
You know that you would be
because it would be like the horror kind of element of it.
Yeah.
But you would then have like just the whole park to yourself, and it was like ridiculous amounts of money, and I was just there like, one day I will do that. That's what I'll do with my lottery winnings.
Oh wow, okay. So what's the answer for the question then?
I would probably have to say a roller coaster park, just because I think a zoo would just get a bit too smelly and a bit too noisy. At the end of the day, I think if it was a bird place, then but a zoo.
You can just live in the bird area. I'm sure they have lots of
live in a bird area. I'd be like, do you know what the rest of the zoo? Birds.
If you're living there, you could even maybe reorganize the setup.
Like lions, be free, birds.
Yeah. Well, your birds wouldn't last too long if the lions would be free. Yeah. Okay. Good. I think I would live in a zoo. Yeah, with beings and mess and noise.
I think if it was like an animal park rather than just a zoo, like if it was like a wildlife park somewhere more open, I think that would probably be nicer.
Yeah.
Because I think at the end of the day, if I lived in a zoo, I might start to be regretful of like all the animals in cages. I'm like, ooh.
Yeah. Yes. You just get attached to the animals, isn't it? Yes, very good.
Anyway,
Ellie, your turn. So it's like, oh my god, question. What is the question?
What's your favourite food? It changes a lot. At the moment, sushi. Really enjoying sushi at the moment.
Vegan sushi.
Oh yeah, vegetable sushi.
Make a point of saying that.
No, I never enjoyed raw fish. I tried it once. And the texture's not good texture. But yeah, vegan sushi is really good. I like making it. I'm getting better at rolling it.
Oh wow, you do? Oh okay. So Amy.
Yeah, like vegan sushi party.
Yes.
Next
invite us
episode.
for dinner. I love sushi.
Right,
all kinds of sushi.
What goes into making vegan sushi? Like, is it literally? It's not just like a piece of cucumber wrapped in rice.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Because that I could do. That would be fine by me.
I don't know. Just
Vegan people are very boring with their food.
It can be. I don't know. Usually, you just take out the meat. Like most things.
You have avocado.
Yeah.
You put lettuce. You put cucumbers.
Carrots and
Carrots.
Yeah.
That I could live with.
Miso soup's usually vegan with tofu.
Yeah. I think what gives the flavor is the wrapping, isn't it? The little thing that we wrap.
Wraps.
Yeah.
We took my boyfriend's little cousin to Sushi for his birthday. That was really good.
Nice.
Seaweed salad was really good. So just Asian food in general, Japanese and all sorts.
I've never been to a sushi restaurant.
flavours.
They've got like the conveyor belt that goes round and round. And I've never done anything like that because I just feel like I'd just be like there peering forever and then I'd just be there like last minute like
that is pretty much what happened. You're like thinking about it and you're like, oh, too late, it's gone. Okay, we'll wait for it to come back round.
And I would feel like come on. I just feel like there's too much pressure in that. If it just
How easy is to do the rice? Because it's kind of a specific rice, isn't it?
It's a shorter grain, and you cook it as normal, and then you mix it with rice vinegar, sugar. It's kind of an upsetting amount of sugar, to be honest.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like when I worked in a restaurant, there would be a lot of sugar because of like the flavour, but obviously at home you can lessen it out.
Yeah. But it's not sweet. I don't remember the rice in the sushi being sweet.
It's like sweet and sour, like umami almost. So I think it balances because it's not just sweet.
Yeah.
It's like the salt in there as well to balance it out a little. Yeah.
Oh, it's still on.
Yeah.
Did we miss a light or something?
Yeah, we
the
haven't
light
got the ring
outside.
light on. No, we haven't got the ring light on. I just realised.
Should I turn it on?
I was going to sneak over and turn it on, but I don't know
I can go.
how to make it normal.
About to get blinded.
Oh, that was less dramatic than I thought it was going to be.
Perfect.
I think it's good.
All right, good. Yeah, so I love sushi.
Oh, have a sushi. I've been thinking about this for ages. I really want to do vegan come dine with me. I think that would be so much fun.
Yes.
But maybe so it's not such an ordeal, like a week-long thing. Just do it as one night and kind of like
potluck kind of thing.
Yeah, like bring your own dish. There'll be like 2 starters, 2 mains, 2 puddings, and just vote for the best one kind of thing.
Oh, I vote for doing pudding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you cook something vegan?
Oh, easily, happily.
Yeah, okay. You
do
easily. Already? But,
I like to make vegan alternatives in my desserts because I love baking, so that is fine. Cooking a main meal probably would be difficult to think. But I do have vegan recipes that I want to try. Yeah. But I just haven't practiced.
Yeah, of course.
And then a starter, I think, wouldn't be too horrific. I think it's just the main course making the switch.
Starter is just salad.
Yeah.
You know, vegan people just eat salad. Anyway, all right. My turn. Oops. Did you just...
super strong.
Yeah.
It's the yoga.
All the yoga. Yeah. Which of your accomplishments... Why?
Are they too specific? You're just picking the ones for you.
I just want like easy questions that don't make me talk too much.
What's your greatest accomplishment to date?
Which of your accomplishments are you most proud of? Oh my God, there's so many. I could stay here for the rest of the afternoon.
Most recent.
Yeah.
The most recent. Sometimes it's more difficult and recent than something that'll happen like 20 years ago. All right, most accomplishment. Oh, yesterday. Yeah. Yesterday, I taught the balance workshop. I was like, mwah, 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 mwah. I love you. It was so good. I've never taught a balance workshop. Was my first one. Yeah, it was a new thing that I've been thinking about teaching. And then when we were discussing about workshops to put up, I thought, I'm going to do a balance workshop. So I had no idea exactly what to teach and how and so on. But I knew that, of course, is to help people to balance in one leg. That's it. So if the objective is to or help people balance in one leg, lots of students sometimes are in tree or in eagle or even in lunge, which is 2 legs, and they're very wobbly. Yeah. So let's put this back on. So the idea was to balance, to teach or to help students to have better balance. So yeah, I did my research like I always do, and I got myself ready, and I have a really good setup, a really good process for workshops. I give a little bit of anatomy, give a little bit of philosophy, a little bit of background, and then we do poses. Of course, we warm up and so on. We do poses and we apply the anatomy or apply the philosophy. And yesterday, it just flowed. It was just in the tip of my tongue.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'm like, oh my God, I hope I don't forget this. And I kind of memorize it and so on. And because I don't take notes, never. I don't take notes to workshops or classes. I memorize everything to make sure I know everything fluently. Because, if I'm teaching, I have to know things fluently. And I was just so happy. And the students, when I said to them, when I suddenly look at the watch, so the workshop finishes at 4:30. We started a little bit late because there was football. It was a nightmare around here. Took me more than an hour to leave Southampton yesterday.
Wow. Yeah.
And an hour later, I was just down in the roundabout in West Quay after IKEA. An hour later, just after IKEA. I went that way, didn't work, so I went anyway. So we started a little bit later, but I look at the watch and I was like, and I look at them and I said, hey guys, it's 4:45. And they're like, oh my God, already? What? And I was like, wow. And I said, is it okay for you guys if we just do another 5 minutes? Yeah.
Keep going.
Didn't even notice the time going. They were all so surprised. Like the time just flew like this. And they were all very switched on. So yeah, huge, because I love teaching workshops and I want to do more of that, and it's great to I've done so many. It's good to nail the system, nail the process. Now I have a process that makes it easy for me to just get ready, come up with a workshop and prepare the workshop, and then plus the system works because then the result is amazing.
Yeah.
So I'm very proud of myself. Celebration. Oh.
Huh?
Celebration handshake. Come on, let's do it.
I think I remember.
Okay. Slap, tongue. Yes, there we go. Now the thumb. Thumb, and then go up. Yes.
And then swoosh.
And then elbow. And then like this. And then, was there something else?
No, I think that was it. All I remember is the thumbs and then swoosh.
Yeah. This is our celebration handshake. We don't celebrate often.
Oh dear.
All right, go ahead.
Oh my God.
Oh, Franquito. I know.
What do you wish you had known 10 years ago?
Ooh, good one.
How old are 16, 10 years ago? I would think not so worried too much about going specifically university and everything, because I think at that age especially is like, oh my gosh, you got to go to college, you got to get the best grades, and you got to go to the best uni, and I think it would just be nice for someone to have actually told everyone that age that hey, uni isn't for everyone.
Yeah.
And that's okay. Because back in 10 years ago, it literally was, you've got to go to uni, otherwise you'll never get a job, and you're literally just going to die old and penniless. And that's so not the case now. There are so many people that have never gone to uni, they've only got a handful of GCSEs, and they're doing so well for themselves. And it's just you don't need a degree for life, I guess. And I think if we stopped putting so much pressure on our 16-year-olds to
and it's
keep in your
Sorry.
No, just like...
It's such a big decision. It feels like that's literally carving the rest of your life.
Yeah.
And it's like, no wonder kids are so anxious now because they've got to make like huge life decisions so young.
I remember I was going through some paperwork yesterday because I was doing a big clean out, and I found my folder from college. It was my UCAS folder. And we literally had a whole unit, I remember it, a whole unit on what were we going to do when we were growing up, what unis were we applying to, our personal statement, our acceptance letters, our interview dates. It was literally everything like that in a folder. It was so formal. And I was going through it and I was like, that is such bullshit. I was looking at it and I was laughing at how stupid it all was. To look back and think like how
massively.
You need to go to the university.
Yeah. Because I remember I applied for like 5 unis, I think it was, you had to apply to. And I knew then that I wanted to go to Portsmouth because that's the one that I liked the most. I think I completely blew off Bournemouth. I never even went to the interviews just because I was like, I'm going fast. I liked knowing what I wanted to do. And for some reason, even with uni, and going through all the uni courses and everything, especially in an art degree, you couldn't know at the beginning of the year what you wanted to do at the end, what you wanted to have done at the end of the year. It had to be like, no, you have to have this idea, which has to evolve into another idea and another idea and another idea, and by the end of it, your whole idea is completely different from the idea you started. And I hated that because I was like, but I want to do this. I'm really passionate about this. Let me see where it goes. And if I go somewhere and it's horrible, then let me build on it. Rather than getting me to change. And it's just such a mess. And I think if I could go back and tell my 16-year-old self, just don't stress it. Just you'll be okay.
It's a shame, really, because I don't think I didn't grow up like that. My parents couldn't care less if I was going to go to the university or not. As long as I did the normal school, they were happy with that. And university was something that I kind of registered, but I didn't go because I didn't want as well. But I'm impressed that here they put, no wonder then the kids
it is so much pressure.
And I'm going to be very controversial at this moment, but the university is crap. University doesn't do anything.
For how much money it is.
Like if you want to do something really specific, like being an architect, and even that is arguable. Because what you learn in university you could easily learn for half the money, half the time, in a architect's course or something like that. But anyway, yes, it's part of the whole entity, isn't it? Government and manipulation and getting people to. It's all money cycle. You spend money in the university, you spend money with your accommodation, the money goes into certain people's pockets.
It's interesting now how initially you never paid off your debt essentially with uni, like you paid, it gets wiped when you're 30 or you have to earn a certain amount, and now they're thinking of changing that because they're realising no one's going to pay our money back.
Are they actually thinking of changing it? Because because my mum went to uni. She went to uni quite late, so she never went to uni in her 20s. She went after she had me and my brother when she was about 30ish. And even then she was like, you just get wiped after a certain amount of years. Or if you move country, they're gone. If you I think it's not when you reach 30, I think it's after 30 years. Because otherwise, I've only got 4 more years to go.
I didn't know that. Wow.
And then I think it's like over 21 or 22 grand, I think it is, that you start paying it off. And even then, it's like literally just such a non-matterable kind of amount. It's like literally like you're now earning over 21 grand. We'll take £1 from you each month. And so you're never going to pay it off that way anway, to be honest with you. And it's just, the interest is just going to keep rising and rising and rising. I keep getting letters about it and I'm just there like, just put it in the pile.
But it's great that we have more and more people that didn't go to the university or went to the university and didn't feel that they got what they wanted out of the university, and lots of people being successful that didn't go to the university. and
definitely.
still have amazing jobs, amazing careers, set up businesses, whatever it is, and they didn't go. So it's going to go more towards that way, I think.
Yeah,
So, but it's going to take a
definitely.
few generations, I think. So.
Yeah, I mean, if people go to university and they get every single, little bit of knowledge from it and they find it so worth their money, then great for them.
Yeah.
But I don't want people to be like, oh, well, I didn't. And then think that there's something wrong with them.
Yeah.
Because I think that's what I felt like. Is like,
Yeah, of course. And our parents and ourselves, we think we need to go to university to have a proper job. To be someone.
Yeah.
Because if we don't go to university, you must be dumb. You must be not intelligent.
Yeah.
And it's actually not like that at all. No. Because there is this cultural idea that if you don't go to university, it's because you're dumb. But no, it's not like that. We are here to prove that, because I've never been to... No, I did go to university.
I went for a month and dropped out. So,
I went to the university here in London, actually, when I was already 23. I love that, because when you're older, you were a bit more responsible and you take more joy of studying.
That
and I really enjoyed
fair.
it.
Yeah, because when you hit like 18, it is literally, you're legally allowed to drink.
Yeah.
You have friends and you just really want to just go out and party.
Yeah.
It's like I met up with a load of uni friends a couple of weeks ago, and we were reminiscing about all our time in uni.
Yeah.
Not one time did we were like, oh my gosh, can you remember that class where we were in? Not one time was it like that, oh, remember this thing that we learned. It was like, no, do you remember that time we got really, really drunk and we stole the traffic cone? It was things like that.
Yeah. Exactly.
Those memories will last a lifetime, but...
Yeah. And I don't regret. I think I did 3 years, but then I messed it up at the end and didn't do the exam. So I don't even have a diploma, but I've done the, what do you call it? I can't remember the name. But anyway, and I've done the 3 years, and then at the end I'm like, no, I don't want to do this. I want to keep working in the hotels. I was working already in the hotels, and the university degree was in business information technology. And I was like, no, I prefer the hotels. That's where I'm doing quite well. I'm going to stick with the hotels. So I ended up not doing anything with the university degree. Yes, I enjoyed the time there. It was really good. I was working, studying, kept me busy. I had just arrived in the UK. Well, not just, but not long in the UK. It was a way of kind of making friends and being more into the life here. But I don't, to be honest, Manuela asked me a while ago what I thought about her going to the university to do a master's or some course, I don't know, in art. And I said, don't go. I said, you're asking my opinion, don't go. Don't waste your money, don't waste your time. And she had an idea of some art course that was done by someone online, a family, or something a bit more personal, more kind of where she had really to meet things and people that were in the business, teaching from being in the business. And I said, go for that one, don't go to the university. So yeah, I think it's great, and if you're listening to us, don't go to the university. Or look at your options.
Yeah,
look at your options.
I would always say there are more options than you think.
Absolutely.
Because I think a lot of people, when they leave college or school, it is literally university, apprenticeship, or the army.
Yeah. Apprenticeships are so looked down on, though.
They are.
So it's just like,
it's actually very annoying because yeah. So it's literally like, okay, we have these 3 main options that we're going to push, but let's just apprenticeships just kind of like and then it's either university or literally you have the recruitment people coming up to you be like, hey, army, navy, which is great, but it's like sometimes it's like you feel that's like they're your only options, and then you're like, oh, it's scary.
Wow.
Anyway,
all right, move on to the next question.
Oh, that's like 3. Okay.
Answer all of them.
Rapid fire. What is your favourite topic to talk about? I like philosophy, to be honest. had my month at uni, it's a great time. I had a lot of friends who did philosophy courses, and they always had really good conversations, like questioning how the universe works, and yoga philosophy as well. That's always been my favourite topic in yoga, and always appreciate delving into that when we have like mentorship days and things like that. So I don't really know.
Do you want to start
Yeah.
us
Do you wanna
in a
talk about
philosophy? Yeah, philosophy topic.
You know what? I think Alan Watts is a good one, but that's
Alan
kind of
Watts,
like
wow, yes,
that's like
yeah.
beginners. That's quite a basic philosophy.
Well, maybe not.
No,
Maybe
it's
not,
true.
yeah.
It's a good space to start. Always.
Yeah. Let's start with Alan Watts.
If this is your favourite topic to talk about, I'd hate to see what your least favourite topic is.
Yeah. I don't know. I say it's my favourite topic to talk about, but I don't produce much of the conversation.
Oh, all right.
Listening.
Favorite subject to listen to.
Yeah. Talking about, I don't know.
So maybe forget about Alan Watts. What would be any kind of philosophy? Anything, any subject.
Buddhist philosophy is really interesting.
All right. So share with us what you know.
Just such a dry podcast. Like non-attachment, the theory of ego, although it's not so much Buddhist.
And then there was once in class you were talking about non-duality.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hindu non-duality.
So if you want to explain, I don't think Amy knows about non-duality.
That, like the illusion of Maya, so it's probably not about non-duality, sorry for any native Hindus. So the illusion of Maya would be like our whole reality is a illusion and stuff, but not in like a depressing way, in a more liberating way. So instead of being so concerned about the reality around us and everyday stresses that we think we should care about, it's like tapping into the Power of Now describes it as like the present moment, or like the constant state of bliss that's like constantly available to you, the constant state of enlightenment that's available to you, and it's kind of like sinking back into that place and letting go of the attachment to the reality around you.
And then there's also the non-duality, which is we see us or each other as separate people. I'm separate from animals, I'm separate from you, I'm separate from universe, I'm separate from this table. But actually when you transcend the duality, you realize that all the particles and energy inside of your hand is also inside of the table. And we are all one. And then the same thing with animals, the same thing with trees. And it was quite interesting that actually I went to this Vipassana retreat about 2 years ago, and I was just sitting outside of the house admiring the view, nothing special, and there was this huge tree, like big oak tree, this kind of tree, almost no leaves, because this was, I think it was around this time of the year, so almost losing leaves, or was a little bit later, I can't remember, maybe November, and the tree branches and the whole kind of shape of the tree looked like lungs. And then I said to Ian, I took a picture and I said, oh my God, that tree looked like lungs.
It feels so profound when you see it, and you're like, wow, and no one else is on the same wavelength, but it's like, okay.
Well, and Ian actually said, that's why they are called the lungs of the universe, or the lungs of the planet. And I was like, I know, but I was just in this meditation retreat, and then suddenly I felt connected to this tree. It was so funny, and but these things happen, and that's the non-duality thing. It's when you are then not two people, you're just one. And
like
the
universal
attachment,
consciousness and things like that.
So very interesting, and if you want to know more about philosophy, join our philosophy podcast.
Presented by Ellie, who just can't stop talking about it.
All right, my question.
Is it a long one?
Oh, I have no idea. How many pancakes in a row do you think? Oh, there's a spelling mistake here, Mr. Ian. Think or think? Do you think you could eat? I have no idea.
If pancakes are
Oh my gosh, can we
Like the American pancakes?
Yeah, the fluffy
Alright.
American pancakes. Okay, we need to do a pancaking episode.
I could eat a lot. I have
Yeah.
a very big stomach.
I do. I really.
I think I don't know. I'm gonna guess because I've never really tested 10.
Okay, we're gonna put you to the
Oh my goodness, are you?
Yeah, we're gonna do a
Yeah.
pancake episode. Put you to the test.
All right, no problem.
We have 10
I'll make
pancakes.
I'll make sure I don't eat
Oh
for
no,
10
it's
hours.
gonna be a random podcast day. You'll just never know. You'll just walk in with these stacks of pancakes. Like go.
Yeah, I think 10. I could eat 10 easily, even more maybe.
Just on that own though, with like maple syrup and.
If you want, but I'm fine
just
on their
butter.
own. I'm fine with ice cream,
Yeah.
syrup. I'm very easy to eat actually. I eat anything and everything. And actually, just to kind of prove my point, Ian already had like 2 food poisonings from food that we both ate and I cooked. And I never had anything.
Oh my god, that's funny.
I did not. I was like, no, I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm fine. I'm like, I think it's just you. You must have
Yeah,
eaten something
Oh
funny.
no.
It was right in the beginning when we met and he moved in with me. I think maybe we had been together just 2 or 3 months. And I did some soup and I had some spare rice in the fridge. So it was already cooked. So I just added the rice into the soup, nothing major. My mom used to do rice in the soup a lot before. But the thing is that I didn't know. There's lots of things I didn't know. Because I didn't boil it properly and I didn't warm up the rice with the soup properly, then I think created this salmonella or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, I just ate the soup and Ian ate the soup.
But-
And then halfway through the night, I'm like, stop, what's all this noise? And you're waking me up. And he's like, he spent the whole night running to the toilet vomiting. I barely noticed. And in the morning when he spoke to me, I was like, oh my God, I've been so sick. I was like, really? What's going on?
Oh my god.
Yeah, and I think there was another one, but I can't remember. There was another time as well that I cooked something, he ate, and he was like, and I was like, I don't know, I'm fine. So yeah, I have a very strong stomach. I can even eat probably 20.
Gonna
That's a challenge.
That is it.
I'm up for the challenge. Bring 20 pancakes one day, and then I'll eat them.
We all have to try and see if we can eat 20 pancakes. See who can eat the most pancakes.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Like a
I
competition.
think 4. Like,
4.
4?
Because like, if they're like, you know, the thick fluffy ones. I'm
Yeah.
thinking,
Yeah,
like,
but
that's
they're
a lot.
fluff. They're just, they
Yeah.
melt. They...
True.
And anyway, if you eat them really
Yeah.
quick,
Eat
your
them fast.
brain
Yeah,
doesn't
it's
say,
right,
I'm
yeah.
full.
True.
I've got a very random question. If you were a fruit, what fruit would you be? I really don't know. It's the question of what fruit
What
I
was
would be
the
and
first
why
fruit
would I
that
be
came?
a fruit.
No. What was the first fruit that came to your
Just a
mind?
strawberry. 'cause,
Oh,
like, I
great!
like
Then
strawberries.
that's it.
That's
That's
such a random
it. A
question. Like, but why
strawberry.
would I be a strawberry?
You like strawberries?
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
they are pretty
doesn't seem
pretty
like it.
beautiful, aren't
Yeah.
they? So it's a very good reason to be a strawberry. I thought about apple because that's my favorite fruit, apple. And then I thought, apple? Why apple?
Just because I like an apple.
I
Yeah,
like
it's
apples, yeah.
yeah.
So that's the first thing that comes to mind.
What about you?
Yeah.
I thought about kiwi. I don't know if that really relates to you personally.
I did
but-
think I was tossed up between strawberry and kiwi because of the kiwi jelly from the Balance
Yes.
Workshop. That's all I've been thinking of.
Ah. yeah, that was a good picture.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, kiwi actually makes me
Itchy?
things. No, you know those bubbles you get in your mouth?
Oh, like little ulcers.
Ulcerous, yes.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know why. But if I eat especially, I don't know, not all kiwis, but if I eat a kiwi that, I don't know, is it too ripe or not ripe enough? I don't know. Gives me ulcers. Yeah. All right. So on that note, should we? Okay.
We'll do
one more.
One more,
Okay,
one more for you too.
At a movie theatre, which armrest is yours? Oh, probably the right one. Yeah, I'm more likely to like nudge an elbow if it's on the right. Yeah, I'd say right.
What a weird question,
Yeah.
isn't it?
I always lean to the left, so
Yeah.
I think I'd be a lefty. But then again, I go to the posh theatre, so I have both.
Oh wow! You go to the
Splash out.
showcase.
Yeah. I go to the right at the back in the gallery seats, and usually they have really thick armrests that can take 2 arms.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
On it.
Mm.
So I'm just there like, haha. Look
Might
at you,
do that.
So
peasant.
when you go to the movie, you want to be really like enjoying. Or
If-
is it because you have long legs?
The showcase is actually really accommodating
Yes,
for us
yeah.
long-legged people. So any seat in showcase is good for me.
Okay.
But right at the back in the gallery seats, I love because you get like little thing of snacks, and you get a table,
Oh, I didn't know that.
and they're only in little couplets.
And the
seats.
snacks
Okay.
come with a ticket.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So if because I go to the cinema so rarely now that when I go, I want it to be like an experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And you're sitting down for 3 hours, you might as well be comfortable.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
I remember.
Longer are the days where you would sit in a cinema like this,
Yeah.
very squeezed in, because now most cinemas are very spacious, isn't it? Yeah. Unless you go to Picture House.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a different experience.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't usually use the armrests because people use them, and because I have my bucket of popcorn right here, and I
You're just too busy, like.
I'm just eating the popcorns. I don't care about armrest. I'm really like when I go, I really get the biggest one.
Yeah.
I get
What
the
flavour
biggest.
though do you get?
Mixed, sweet and salt.
See, if I get a big salty, I usually have a really bad headache by the time that the
Yeah, I can
movie starts,
imagine.
because I'm just like scoffing it, and then I'm like, oh, salt headache.
Yeah, too much salt. Do I take one
Yeah,
more?
one more
Alright.
for you.
Easy one. If you could disinvent one thing, what would it be?
Ooh, that's a really good one.
Guns.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unnecessary.
Yeah, guns.
What happened to the good old days of
Spears.
Yeah, that's true. Now I need to disinvent knives and
weapons,
swords,
just weapons in a general.
Yes, yeah. Because we don't really need them, do we?
No.
No, I
Okay,
think-
maybe when we were the cavemen,
Yeah.
we needed something to kill the food that we needed to eat or to defend ourselves. But at the moment, we don't need guns.
I can just attack you with this table right here and now.
I think like weapons are weapons, but guns just create a disconnect between what people are doing, I think. And I think that's why there's so much of an issue with them for me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, for me, it's just because they kill people unnecessarily. And of course, some people might use guns to defend themselves, and because thank God they had a gun to defend themselves. But what's the root of the problem of that person?
Yeah, they need to defend themselves from guns.
If we start to actually resolve the problem from the root, then at some point we don't need guns. Yeah, great question. Weapons.
A less violent world.
Yes, we're getting there. We're getting there.
Yeah.
There's more and more of us waking up and not wanting violence and not wanting to mistreat animals. Look, even now, elephants are not allowed in circus, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's all these things. When I grew up, elephant in the circus, wow, the star of the circus, and you would enjoy because you're not aware of all these things. So slowly we're getting there where there's less and less mistreatment in many sentences. So the human beings are evolving.
Yeah.
And we are part of it. And we evolve as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
What's going on? Are you
Oh
smiling?
no, I would disinvent TikTok. So then I'd have so much
What
of my
you would
life.
do? What?
I'd disinvent TikTok.
Oh, TikTok. All right.
It's like I hate
I
it so
know.
much because I'm just there like, oh, funny video. Oh, funny video. Oh, funny video. It is now midnight.
Oh, okay, yes, I know.
So,
yes,
yeah.
it's very addictive.
Yep.
The dopamine rush.
Uh-huh.
But I see it in a way. I see it. We know that these things are to create dopamine. Dopamine is a drug, right? It's like the reaction of the drug in our body releases dopamine into the brain. So if we know that, we can stop it. But I don't know. I've always been very good at stopping addictions, apart from coffee addiction.
Yeah.
And sometimes we need a bit more will to stop the addiction. But yeah, so I think I've shared with you guys already once that if I'm on Instagram and I start feeling like I'm comparing, oh, I should do that, oh my god, I want to do that, I stop. I just put it away. I put it away because there's nothing wrong with us. We are not wrong. They just create these tools or these things exactly to hit the sweet spot.
Yeah.
They know, they put millions of dollars and pounds behind it to find, psychologists, they study, they have the metrics, they have the algorithms to find the sweet spot to keep you engaged, attached. So if we know that, we just have to go like, look, I'm smarter than you, TikTok now. I'm smarter than you, Instagram. I know that you manipulated my brain to be addicted to this, so F off. I'm gonna...
I'm still working on that attitude.
I know, but it's, it's a muscle that we build.
Yeah.
Yeah, we build a muscle, like we build this muscle. Or the chicken wings, wasn't it? No, not
bingo,
chicken wings.
bingo
wings. Bingo wings. Anyway, we're deviating. Oh my god, this is a long one. Thank you girls. Thank you everyone for watching.
Bye.
Catch up on the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Namaste.
Namaste.